G'day viewers, it is Rupy's Break from Reality, the next episode. It is, what is it? It's about 12:30 in the afternoon, and it's a beautiful day. It's 27 degrees, it's very temperate. The AC is on, but not ridiculously. It's on very nicely. Actually, it's on very nicely. That made me sound like Donald Trump. He can't use English either. Anyway, and we are on the final leg to Uluru. I say the final leg, it's about 700 kilometres, which is a long way, the best part of 500 miles, which is what I'll be travelling today. I'm going through the outback and it is spectacular. Later on I'll be describing this as a cross between Jeddah and Radiator Springs, which for the non-film buffs, Jeddah is one of the locations in Rogue One, and Radiator Springs is the town in Cars. When you see the little clips you'll sort of understand, hopefully. But I've had some breakfast, and actually here's my top tip. Here is Rupy's top tip for today. Aussie trucker breakfasts are awesome. I mean, just delicious. I have had my fair share of fry-ups, as is no big secret if you know what I look like, if you're aware of my physique. But these things were just delish. Sorry, that was me getting involved in this little thing that we do, because I'm like an Aussie now. That we do on this on these highways through the outback. If you see another car, you wave, or see another vehicle, you wave, because they're so rare, and so it's just polite to wave. It's very sweet. I can't imagine that catching on the M1 or M25. You'll just be in a perpetual state of look at that, see, genetics, I can do that. But it's very sweet. I think I've been going for a few hours now, and I think I've come across maybe 20 vehicles. That's it, 20 vehicles. It's very cool. But it's just spectacular around here, and far more lush than I was expecting. I mean, there are bits of it that look like Mars, and there are bits of it that look like Surrey. Well, not quite Surrey, but certainly greener than I was expecting it to be. Anyway, there's a truck arriving. Shall we see if the truck driver's going to wave? Truck drivers generally don't, but that doesn't stop me from waving at them. Nope, he did not wave, but on the basis that he's in charge of an enormous load, frankly I'd rather he concentrate on making sure that gets back safely than waving to little old me. So I'll forgive him that. But the cars generally are all very polite. So that's it. I'm going to give you some shots of the scenery, because it's so much better looking than me. I mean, I think I'm beautiful, but it's not quite as beautiful as what I'm looking at. So I'm going to share that with you guys. So toodles for now, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye bye. That was me waving at you, not a car, by the way. Bye bye. I'm not sure it's really coming out on the video, but that is a spectacular sight. Just amazing. So we can zoom in. There we go. Isn't that spectacular? It looks like a cross between Jeddah and Radiator Springs. Oh, love it. I love this country. So, we've come off the Stewart Highway, now on the Lassiter Highway, which is the road that will take me to Uluru. That's right, we're nearly there. 250 odd kilometres to go. So I have emptied my body of all fluids. I have picked up more fluids. I have picked up a bag of ice, which is keeping my cool bag nice and chilled. So everything is working out beautifully. The only slight downside is that there's no radio reception over here. So I've had to buy the world of cables so that I can connect my phone to the car so that I can listen to some music and sing along. You'll all be very pleased to hear that I've made sure that the camera's off every time I sing. We can't be doing with any more of that embarrassment. I'm sure you'll all agree. Anyway, so we're in the Northern Territory, and it looks sort of different, far more lush than South Australia, or the northern part of South Australia did. And they clearly live life in the fast lane in the Northern Territory, because the limit on this road is 130. Yeah, 130 as opposed to the rather pedestrian 110. It's like going from the UK into France. They go from 70 to 80 miles an hour. I know, it's all so continental. I'm expecting to find croissants and berets and baguettes and stuff, or maybe not. Anyway, more when I'm closer to Uluru. Take care for now. So, after about, what are we talking, 1700 odd kilometres, almost three complete days of driving, I'm almost there, about 20-30 kilometres away. And it struck me that, well, the question struck me, what if it's a disappointment? What if I've built this thing up in my own head to something? This sounds like a really crass example, but what if it's like how I felt before The Rise of Skywalker, or before some of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies? What if that's the level of expectation that I have in my head, which ultimately nothing is ever going to be able to compete with? I'm expecting some kind of, I think I'm expecting some kind of awe and wonder type scenario. I'm struggling with English today. It's pretty good, isn't it? Almost like Dave Bowman in 2001. My God, it's full of stars. But what if it is like The Rise of Skywalker, and I come out of it and think, oh, really? Okay. disappointed. I think this is less Rise of Skywalker and more Star Wars Episode 4. I'll be back. So here we are in the park. And there it is. There is Uluru, formerly Ayers Rock, with a Toyota in the way. Typical. Hello. Well, Rupy's break from reality finds himself finally at Uluru, formerly known as Ayers Rock. This was what the last 3 days have been all about, and I'm not disappointed. It is absolutely staggering. It's more than just a rock. I mean, it is just a rock, or an Inselberg, which is a word that I learned earlier on during this trip. So it's like an iceberg. So the majority of the rock is actually below ground. We only see a little bit. One estimate is that there's 6 kilometers of rock underneath. Can you believe that? 6 kilometers of rock underneath. But driving up to it, it actually it almost looks like a sleeping animal. It's almost difficult to explain. It's like it's like a dinosaur or an elephant or a rhino. It's that kind of texture, and it's just sleeping. But it is absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to do the whole morning sunset and sunrise thing today. Well, if only because I've missed sunrise and I'm starving, so I need to go and eat something before the restaurant shut. But tomorrow, I'm going full on Uluru. So, Rupy's break from reality. What a thing! Just amazing. So, enjoy. If you ever get the chance to come here, I thoroughly recommend it. See ya.